Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Excel Learning. In today's capsule, we are going to learn about how to convert numbers to dates using Power Query. Yes, you heard that right. We are going to use Power Query and convert numbers to dates. Before that, let me first explain to you why would this phenomenon arise and how to tackle the scenario. In case you like the videos, do consider subscribing to be updated on all the videos I release on Excel, Power Query, Power BI and Power Pivot. So without any ado, moving on to the example. Let us say you are dealing with a big piece of data or a big table of data and you encounter that dates are in this format. Now you might be surprised, hey Saurav, why would dates be in a number format? Let me first explain the concept. So the way numbers work in Excel is that the first date is considered as 1st of January 1900 and that is denoted by serial number 1. The next date, so let's say if I have two number over here, then the date would be 2nd of January 1900. Now you might ask, Saurav, how do I be sure about it? Let me just show you. Let me just copy and paste 1 and 2 somewhere else, and now just go over to the home tab and convert the format from a number format to a date format. Now you will see what happens. 1 is denoted by 1st of January 1900 and 2 is denoted by 2nd January 1900. So this clearly shows that there is a numerical relationship. So the number 1 represents the first date which Excel considers, and it is 1st of January 1900, which means whichever number is represented in this table has a corresponding date to it, and that date would basically be an addition to 1st of January 1900. That is how the numbers would be derived. Now, what would the equivalent of these numbers be in terms of dates? If I were to, or if we were to find that, I have done the job easy for you just to visualize. So for example, if we talk about here, 17051 would actually imply 6th of September 1946, so on and so forth. Now our task is to basically convert the numbers which are there in this table into the desired date format which is there in the second table. Now you might ask a question, why do we actually need to convert? And even if we need to convert, we can simply select the data, go over here in terms of the data format and change it to a date format. Why do we actually need to learn something relating to Power Query? The reason for the same is, many a times when you deal with huge amount of data, you'll be processing a lot of it using Power Query, and then handling dates becomes a challenge, because if you do not take the right format, you might end up not getting a date but rather a number on which certain operations might not be possible, especially if you want to get the date format specifically. Now let us understand how to achieve the same using Power Query. First of all, let me tell you, where do you get Power Query? Power Query is available 2010 version onwards. 2010, 13, 16, 19, 21, 365, all the versions have Power Query. I am using 2016 version. In that you will find it under the data tab. Once you go under the data tab, you will find it under the new query option. That's where you find Power Query. It is actually also called as get and transform option. Now, what we need to do first we need to convert this data into a table, which is pretty simple. We just need to select the data and then click on Control plus T. That's the shortcut for creating a table. Or you may also go to Home tab and click on Format as Table. Just select any suitable format that you may want. And yes, now it is converted into a table. How do you know that? Table tools gets activated over here and the design tab also gets activated. That's when you are sure that the table has been created. Now the next step is, we will go over to the data tab and we will click on from table, because we are selecting the data which is in a table format. So we will click on from table. Once we do that, a separate screen, which is a sub screen of the Excel which you are already in, will open. This screen is basically called the Power Query Editor screen, wherein we will see the table and the multiple options it allows us for different kinds of formatting. Sometimes it can be slightly slow if you are loading it for the first time. So in my case, I am using Power Query after some time and hence it might go slightly slow. So yes, it takes a bit of time in the initial processing, but once the initial processing is done, it's typically very fast. Now they have inserted a change type step, which is a default step in Power Query, which I do not want. So I will delete this step. Instead, now that I have numbers here, I will go and create a manual step and assign a formula to get the desired result. Now I'll click on add column because we need to convert it to a date format, and I'll click on custom column. Now don't worry, I'll explain you the entire formula. It's pretty simple. Just stay with me. The moment I click on custom column, it will give me a new dialog box wherein I will be required to type the name of the header as well as the formula which is going to give us the results. So I'm typing the header as date in date format. You may choose whatever header you want, and the formula is going to be hashtag date bracket 1900, which is the year, the month 1 and the date. This becomes the first date plus whatever is the manual duration from that, which will basically be represented by the number, for example 17051 in this case. The formula for that will be hashtag duration, first bracket open, then the format becomes number of days, comma 000. So we already know this column has the numbers, so we'll select this, comma 0, comma 0, comma 0. Once we are able to do that, you understand that from 1st of January it will calculate so many number of days, but two dates are getting double counted here. One, the final number which we are getting over here, also 1st January, so we need to deduct 2, minus 2. This minus 2 can't be done here. This I have to do inside the actual number which is there. So date in number format minus 2, this will be the number of days that will be added to 1st of January 1900. The moment I do that, you will see how the result pans out. Now you see, you remember the date that we had seen was 6th of September 1946. That's where we wanted to reach, and we have reached there. Now we can actually right click over here and we can delete the first column because that is no more needed. Now we are left with date in date format, and now comes the good part or the best part. We will just click on the format and we will convert it to a date. The benefit of using it as a date is we can do multiple aggregation options, etc. while performing analytics in Excel. The moment it is done, we click on close. It will ask whether we want to save the changes or rather keep the changes. I will say yes. The moment I say keep all the changes, it is going to take me back to the same Excel and populate this data in a separate table. Now I'll tell you another benefit of using Power Query. It is actually working in the backend to populate the data in a separate Excel sheet. Let it just paste the data in the separate Excel sheet, which is just going to happen. So what it also does is it gives you a screen to see what are the different queries that we have worked upon. So in this case, we have worked upon only one query, which was a result of table 1, and this gets created in a separate worksheet. The benefit of having used Power Query here is that the moment, so you see here sheet 1 is got created. Now let's say the moment I have another addition to this table, let us say another date gets added, like say 50,000, which would be obviously denoting a date, and I need to update that here. I simply need to right click over here and click on refresh. The moment I do that, see row number 25, which was blank earlier, now has data. So that's about today's video, wherein we learned about how to convert numbers to dates using Power Query, especially when the numbers are in a whole number format. Hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.